foolish mortals. To Board to Learn, the channel dedicated to helping you learn how to play your new games faster. I'm Kent, your ghostly guide. Join me, if you dare, for a game inside the Haunted Mansion, Call of the Spirits, designed by a ghost-friendly team at Prospero Hall, with art by Kiersten Hale, Sam Wood, Charles Deroo, and Lucy Xinwen Cui, and published by Funko Games. Now, let's materialize at the table and begin our spirited adventure. In Haunted Mansion, hold up. That's better. In Haunted Mansion, 2 to 6 foolish mortals explore the mansion's ever-changing rooms, socializing with ghosts along the way to try and score points. But beware, the Hitchhiking Ghosts are here to haunt you, and they'll cost you dearly if you let too many tag along. Will you brave staying in the endless hallway to collect more ghosts and risk being haunted? Or will you play it safe by hiding in the Seance Room? To set up, start by placing the game board in the dead center of the table. Insert the endless rotating hallway into the center of the board, making sure it rotates easily. Give each player a mover and a reference card in the color of their choosing. Then, place the movers into the Seance Room in the center of the game board. Place the Hitchhiking Ghost in the crypt. It's the pink room with the torches and mirrors adorning the walls. Now, shuffle the ghost cards and create a face-down draw deck close to the board. Shuffle the haunt cards, forming a face-down draw deck near the ghost cards. Next, prepare the event deck. Take the final round card and place it to the side. Shuffle the event deck, then remove a number of cards equal to the number of players. Place the removed cards back in the box. They will not be used. With the remaining cards, take the bottom 3 and shuffle them together with the final round card. Then place these cards back on the bottom of the deck. Place the event deck close to the board. Then put the 2 bidding dials near the board. Finally, choose the first player. Maybe whoever's the most ghostly today. Give them the first player marker. And with that, the setup is complete. Haunted Mansion is played in rounds consisting of 2 phases, the event phase and the action phase. We'll walk through the event phase first. At the start of each round, you will do the following in order. Draw an event card and place it next to the event deck face up. At the top of the event card, you will see the Hitchhiking Ghosts with the number and direction. Move the Hitchhiking Ghosts accordingly. For the first round, everyone starts in the Seance Room, so no one will be affected by the movement of the Hitchhiking Ghosts. In subsequent rounds, if the ghost moved through a room that has a player's mover in it, that player must draw a haunt card. If the ghosts stop in a room with the player's mover, that player must draw 2 haunt cards. Players in the room where the ghost started their movement do not draw any haunt cards. Once the Hitchhiking Ghosts have moved, it's time to invite the ghosts into the mansion. Draw ghost cards equal to the number of players plus 3. The first 2 ghosts will be placed face up in the same room as the Hitchhiking Ghosts. Then, moving clockwise, place a ghost face up room by room until all ghosts have been placed. With smaller player counts, some rooms might not receive a card. When placing cards, arrange them so that all cards are visible in each room. And finally, read aloud the round conditions found on the bottom of the event card. This condition is unique for this round only, and must be followed by all players. Let's briefly talk about haunt cards. Jump scares are an unfortunate side effect of being in a haunted mansion. When drawing a haunt card, you can look at its value, either 1, 2, or 3, and then place it face down in front of you. Everyone should know how many haunt cards each person has, but the values are kept secret. You can re-look at your haunt cards at any time during the game. You will have moments of bravery where you can discard a haunt card. Make sure to get rid of the higher numbers when the opportunities arise, by discarding them to the bottom of the haunt deck. At the end of the game, the player who has accumulated the most haunts will lose valuable points from ghost cards they have collected, so be smart when taking actions each round. When the event phase is complete, you will move into the action phase of the round. Starting with the first player and moving clockwise, each player will take 3 actions on their turn before the next player begins. There are 6 different actions to choose from. Move, rotate the endless hallway, collect a ghost card, duel, or discard a haunt card. turn to your reminder card. If, like me, the ghosts have made you lose your mind, let's go over each of these actions in more detail. Moving is simple. You will either move from the seance room to any spot on the endless hallway, or from the hallway back to the seance room. You are also allowed to move over one line on the endless hallway. This is more to fulfill or avoid an event condition. When on the endless hallway, you are considered to be in the room that your mover is adjacent to. You never move off the endless hallway unless it is to return to the seance room in the middle of the board. Moving can be performed multiple times on a turn, but uses one action for each movement. To rotate the endless hallway, you first want to make sure your mover is actually on the hallway. Then rotate the hallway so that your mover is adjacent to the room you want to be in. You can rotate the hallway as far as you want to go. Now, you can rotate the hallway without your mover on it, but this would be more to leave other players in less favorable positions. The rotating action can be performed multiple times on a turn, but it uses up one action each time. When you are in a room with ghost cards, you can choose to collect one. Ghost cards will have an icon in the bottom left, indicating the card type as well as point values. Some cards award points based on the quantity you have collected, while others will have immediate actions on them that resolve at the time of collection. If the card says to move the Hitchhiking Ghost, this will cause any player in the path to collect a haunt card, just like in the event phase. There are also special ghost cards indicated by a white banner across the bottom with a point value and special scoring conditions. For a more detailed breakdown of each card type, refer to the back side of the rulebook. You can collect more than one ghost card on a turn, but it takes one action per card you collect. If you ever take a ghost card from a room with a Hitchhiking Ghost in it, you must collect a haunt card for each ghost card you collect. Once you have collected a ghost card, place it face up in front of you, so that the other players can see what cards you have. This is important for the next action. If someone has taken a card that you need to complete a collection, or just really want, you can choose to duel that person for their card. To initiate a duel, you must be in the same room as the player you wish to duel. State the card you want to steal from them. Then, both players take a bidding board and simultaneously choose the number of haunt cards they are willing to take for said card. Rotate the dial to the appropriate number, 0 through 3. Then, both players turn and show their boards at the same time. The player with the higher value wins the card. If there is a tie, the defender retains the card. Then, no matter the outcome, both players draw the number of haunt cards they bid on the duel. The action on the ghost card does not activate again. The dueling action can only be performed once per turn. The last action that can be taken is to discard a single haunt card. This can only happen if you are in the seance room and only once per turn. You may choose which haunt card to discard by placing it on the bottom of the haunt deck. Remember, there are two ways in which the Hitchhiking Ghost will cause you to draw haunt cards: when they physically move through or into a room you occupy, or when you collect a ghost card from a room they occupy. Otherwise, you are free to move throughout the mansion without consequence. However, if you end your turn on the endless hallway, they might sneak up on you later. Once each player has taken a turn, the round ends. The first player token is passed to the left, and setup begins for the next round. Draw the top card of the event deck, and repeat the setup for the event phase. The end of game is triggered when in the event phase the final round card is drawn. Setup will take place as normal with the exception of the ghost cards. The final round card indicates that 3 extra cards will be drawn and placed this round. So that is the number of players plus 6. Then, play continues until all players have gone. At this point, the game is over, and we move to scoring. First, get the unpleasant part out of the way by having everyone add up their haunt totals. The player or players, if there is a tie, with the highest haunt total will look through their ghost cards, organizing them by matching icons, which are found in the bottom left corner of the card. Determine the type you have collected the most of, and discard all of those cards. They won't be added to your points total. If there is a tie for the most ghost cards, discard the type that would score the most points. With the unpleasantries out of the way, all players add up their point totals. Refer to the back of the rulebook to clarify any cards you don't understand. The player with the highest score wins. And that's how to play Haunted Mansion: Call of the Spirits. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more great games. Turn the bell on to be notified of my latest videos. And if you have any questions, drop a comment and I'll do my best to respond. And And remember, it's not just how you play, it's how much fun you have. I'll see you next time on Board to Learn. I'm Kent, your ghostly guide. Join me, if you dare, for a game inside the haunted mansion called the Wild. Nope.